Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be filling in all of my 2021 yearly bullet journal spreads. So a while ago, I already posted my 2021 bullet journal setup where I actually made all of these spreads. I laid them all out, I colored them all in and things like that. And so what we're doing today is just filling in the details. So I made a page about like a cleaning tracker and goals and when did I last switch this and get that and all those kinds of things. And so today I'm going to be filling those things in so that you can see how I use those different things in my bullet journal. So if you want to check out my 2021 setup video where I actually made all of these spreads, I will link that right up here. So let's jump in and fill in our yearly spreads. So here's my journal. You may recognize it from my 2021 setup video. So I'm going to jump right to the index, and this journal, it's from Art Journal. I absolutely love it, but it did not come with page numbers, and normally that would not be a problem for me. I haven't used an index in ages, but I did decide to use an index again this time around. And so what I actually did was in the bottom right hand corner, yeah, you can kind of see it there, I used a really light gray fine tip marker and just wrote in the page numbers. So I didn't even write them on all the pages, just on the right side pages to make it go really quick. And that's what I'm using to make my little index here. So I'm mostly just filling in my yearly spreads at this point, my future log, my YouTube trackers and things like that. And I have done my January setup as well, so I'm going to add that in here as well. So there's my index, very straightforward. And my future log, I made it pretty small, as you can see, shoved the whole year onto this one 2-page spread. And I've just found that that's enough for me. Pretty much all that I write on here is birthdays, because those are kind of the most important things for me to remember. So that's pretty much all that I'm using this for. I do actually have a different journal, sort of an agenda, I guess, where I write down like other future events that aren't as important, like they're not really worth celebrating. They're just things that I have potentially scheduled in the future that aren't really worthy of the future log, but I still want to write them down somewhere. So I kind of put that somewhere else. So my future log is really just for like key dates and birthdays and stuff like that. So this spread right here is always one of my favorites to fill out. I do something like this every single year. And so basically the part that I'm filling out right now is what I call my year in review. So this part isn't so much about collecting memories, but more like just putting down milestones of like where I was this year, what I did, things like that. So for example, I wrote January, YouTube. I started my YouTube channel completely unrelated to bullet journaling, but anyways, I started it in January. In February, I started teaching online with this company. So like I write down those kinds of things, not like specific memories or like good times, but just like things that sort of marked this year. Now below, as you can see, I've got the memories. So this is like going camping with my family, celebrating my anniversary with my husband and things like that. So more just like the fun little things that happen, maybe like a funny quote that my husband said or something like that. So that's kind of how I reflect on the year. I look back at sort of the bigger milestones where I was, and then some of the small, just fun memories. And I also choose a quote, and that's what I've done here. I think I actually used the same quote as I used last year when I did this kind of spread. So like at the beginning of 2020 on my Hello 2020 page, I used this quote, and I actually did end up kind of reflecting on it throughout the year. So I figured it would be fitting to include it again here to kind of bookend my 2020. So that's the looking back spread, and I'm definitely going to add more memories. I just could not think of them just off the top of my head, but I do have a place where I like keep track of that. So I already mentioned my agenda. That's sort of one of the other journals I use. And then another one is called like a 5-year memory book. So you just write down one line a day about anything really that happens during a day. Sometimes it's like collecting a really cool memory, and sometimes nothing really happened. So I write down just something boring. But anyways, I've talked about that in a different video, so I'll link that above, but I do use that to collect my memories. So I just write one line a day about what happened that day, and I am planning to flip through there at some point when I have a bit more time and just kind of collect some of the memories that I recorded in there to put into this spread as well. I also did get a printer for Christmas, like one of those photo printers, not a Polaroid printer. I love Polaroids, but I didn't really want a Polaroid printer. I wanted one of the printers that prints onto sticker paper. So I got that, love it, and it's great. It's from Life Print. And so you can actually like print videos, sort of. Like, it's called a hyper photo, but I think it's really cool if you like hold your phone with the Life Print app up to it, it'll replay that video. So I'm planning to print out one of those as well and paste it into that little memory box over here. So moving on to my health tracker. This is one that I got a few questions about, and I've seen a few people recreate it, which is awesome. So as you can see, I'm writing in sort of like symptoms right now: period, fatigue, lack of sleep, headache, and each of those are going to get a color. And then below that I have Advil. I'll probably add something else. I don't really take very much medication, but basically I'm going to use a color for the symptom and then like black lines or dots or something that can go over top of that color for whatever medication I take for that symptom. So kind of tracks the symptoms, tracks my period, and tracks any medication that I take. So here's the When Did I Last page, and this is one that I'm so excited to use. So I just use it for things like getting my oil changed, getting my wedding ring cleaned, changing my contacts, replacing my toothbrush, all of those kinds of things. And I actually did end up going in even after this and drawing some more sections on the When Did I Last page. So I added things like going through my phone photos. I let that get so cluttered, it's awful. I'll just have like duplicates or blurry photos or whatever. So I added that to there, just kind of giving my phone photos a deep clean, and also printing pictures. I like to print pictures like in big batches from Walmart, probably twice a year, and then I keep them organized. So that, I don't know, like I said, I just love collecting memories. Like, that's one of the most important things to me. And so that's one way that I do that, and I record that in my When Did I Last spread. So this is the page that probably got the most comments from you guys, and it's my YouTube growth tracker. And I just want to say thank you all so much for making this spread completely irrelevant. So many of you guys pointed out, yes, I had 10K as my final goal, 10,000 subscribers for 2021, and I hit that before 2021 even started, so that was absolutely crazy. I decided to just completely cover this part up. I thought about maybe like coloring all of those little YouTube signs in with black and then going in with a white gel pen and drawing the play sign over top, or like the little triangle when I hit that milestone. But I decided, instead of doing milestones, like as far as subscribers go, I'm gonna use this to track a few different things. So I'm gonna track my YouTube still, just by writing down at the beginning of each month or the end, not totally sure yet, how many subscribers I have. But I'm going to use this for more than that too, because on January 1st, as promised, I did get Instagram. So you can see along the bottom here, I'm trying to draw the little like YouTube and Instagram logos, and then beside it I just put one for Etsy as well. And I left some space in case I add like Pinterest or a blog or something like that, not sure. But anyways, this is gonna be kind of my just check-in spot. So where am I at for my subscribers on YouTube, followers on Instagram, Etsy listings, and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed just seeing how I use these different spreads in my journal. If you use some of these too, let me know in the comments. If you think you'd enjoy some of them, I'd love to hear that too in the comments below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.